Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Travis and that is my dad. His name is Rick. And I just bought this 1969 long bed half-ton Chevy off of the Inevitable Jim. He has his own YouTube channel. I bought this truck off of him because I want to see if I can get it running and driving and drive it over 2,500 miles to New York in time for Thanksgiving, to meet up with my wife and my daughter to have Thanksgiving. This truck currently does not run. It hasn't ran in about 5 or 6 years to my knowledge, and I got no idea what's wrong with it. What ended up happening was Jim bought this truck, had it stored at my place, and as I've been looking at it every day, I said, you know what, I'd like to have that truck. So I bought it from him. And I have barely looked at it. All I really know about it is that it doesn't run, and it's been used and abused pretty bad. It's just beat up everywhere. Grill's beat up, the bumper. Somebody tried to do a lot of body work here. A whole bunch of Bondo in it. We're missing ourselves a marker light over here. C10 emblem is falling off. And it's got a GMC emblem over here. Somebody switched the fender over here to a GMC fender. That emblem's gone. But they match the color pretty accurately, which is kind of cool. It's got some kind of aftermarket mirrors on it. The bed is caved in on the side. It's got mismatched set of tires. It's got trim missing all around it, no hubcaps, wing window missing, door handle button is gone, rust in the floors, seats tore up. It's just it's a hodgepodge truck. It is an No,
it's a three on the tree.
It's a 3 on the tree. It is a inline 6. So this is after the 235 that came out in 1954. This is the 250 Chevy inline 6, which is also known to be a good engine. But what's odd is the truck hasn't ran, like I said, in like 5 or 6 years, but it looks like they put a bunch of parts on it. It looks like it has a new radiator. It's got like a new radiator cap. But if you look down in there, it looks pretty nasty. There's no water in it. There's some gunk at the bottom. So why it was parked, I don't know. It looks like it has a recently newish set of plug wires, cap, possibly rotor and points. Looks like it has sort of a new distributor, has a Fram oil filter. These look painted like it may have had a water pump put on it. The engine is not locked up. It looks like it has a sort of a new belt. It's sort of cracking, so I may need to get a new belt. It has a fairly fresh looking alternator, fuel filter, master, and lastly, starter. So you're looking at like a few $100s in parts just right there. But it kind of struck me that, you know, somebody did all this and then quit driving it 6 years ago. But what's crazy to me, this is the craziest part. Look at the bed. Look at all the wood that's left in there. I mean, it's almost complete. I find that hard to believe. It's crazy. Pretty cool though. Yeah, the goal with this is to drive it to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and drop this truck off at Chris from No Nonsense No How's channel. If it makes it, if it runs, if I can get there for Thanksgiving. It looks like one of the taillight lenses was busted out, so they put this, you know, some kind of extracurricular deal in there. Has a mismatched colored tailgate. I mean, it really is like a hodgepodge. I mean, this truck was a work truck. Even all the trim back. I don't even know how you get to this point. How does all of this happen? I mean, it doesn't even make sense. How did all those... I mean, I drive stuff around for years and never have stuff like that happen. I don't understand how that happens to other people's trucks. Got a spare. It's even got... It's like a spare tire holder that's in there. That's cool. Carpet on the tailgate. That's interesting. But none of the glasses... No, I lied. The glass is cracked. Front windshield's cracked. So right now, we'll pull it into the shop and see what's wrong with the truck. See if we can get it going. We can just start anywhere.
Well, the only thing you can do, so you can see if you can even start, you're going to need to start it and see if it'll move back and forth.
Yeah, you need to just check fluids.
I mean, that's the only thing guy can do is just see, you know, why they stopped working on it. Look at the carburetor. I mean, somebody was working on this truck.
It's full of oil, and the oil doesn't look black. It looks like somebody changed the oil.
Somebody was fixing it up, and they either, I'd fill it up with brake fluid, see if the brakes start working.
Well, it's got no water. It's got clean oil. Front reservoir's full. Back is dry as the Sahara Desert. Not a lick in it. Could be a leak. We'll let that, I don't know, gravity feed down in there. It's trying to work.
Well, it's just going to squirt that fluid out. Put that lid on it.
There's some bubbles coming out of the back.
Man, it's got good new shocks, or fairly new shocks on it. What's weird is I mean, they're kind of oddball, but there's no dry rot on them. Look at that. They still feel 8-ply DOT N3, so I don't think that if they was 2003s, I don't...
No. Smells kind of sour. This hose is petrified, and I just noticed this carrier bearing. That's completely shot. That ain't gonna make it nowhere. It's gonna have to be done immediately. Well, nothing's coming out of the tank. Even though the gas tank is shot, I don't trust that rusted out gas tank. And I'm telling you, those are pinholes, I think. So we still have to run it, see if it runs. So I got my jerry can here, and there looks to be, you know, like a newish fuel pump. So I'm just gonna see if that fuel pump works. And we have a fuel filter up by the carburetor. We can see if it's pushing fuel. And I'm trying to hook this battery up, but...
Too short?
Well, no. Well, they got this. This thing is just jacked up in every single way. Look at the way they did that. I don't see a negative cable anywhere. I'm gonna have to put a negative cable on it. Oh, well, this is probably where it would have gone.
Yeah, somebody stole it.
I got one. Let's see here. This one will work.
Man, as soon as that thing lights, you could be sitting in there. Headlights on, check. Brakes, check. Tires holding air, check. Water, check. I'm gone. And you throw it in reverse and leave.
Yep. Well, I guess crank it, see if it pulls fuel. Does anything come on?
Gas gauge, it's trying to work. I'm gonna bump the key and make sure it ain't in gear. Seat, man, something's gotta be done with this seat. You can't even, you're right up on it. Somebody's got the wires messed up.
Check that firing order.
My gosh, even the flashers are working. The headlights come on.
We got headlights.
I wonder if you got running lights.
Yeah, one of the running lights is on. Brights and dims. Yep. Do the signal.
Nothing. The light comes on in here, but what's funny is the hazards are working.
Turn the headlights off. I saw the signal blink. There you go.
There they go.
Do the right. The light's busted out of this. Let me look in the back. No. No.
Any running lights? See if these windshield wipers work. Look at that. You're gonna need them. I can't believe them things are working.
No radio?
No radio.
So if this was on one, I don't know what way these rotate. Clockwise or what? Counter? Because this one's on 5. You got 1, 5. Should be 36, right?
And 1536, yeah.
3. This is on 2. This is on 4.
See, it's wrong either direction.
Okay, let's say if you go the other way. 15, 1, 5. It's on 4, 3. That's right. 3. Yeah, the firing order is wrong.
Yeah, the best thing to do is just pull the plug on it. Make sure that they might have just stuck them on there.
I want to see what way that's rotating.
I'm saying it's counterclockwise because as it's running, to advance it, it would need to pull it this way, so it would be counterclockwise as well. Look at that.
Everything in there looks new.
I know it. Somebody was just taking care of this truck. So I'm saying it's counterclockwise.
Yeah, do it again. Yeah, it's clockwise. Points were sparking, I saw that. We gotta find where number 1 is. Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Alright. They did have number 1 right, but they had the rest wrong. See, pointed towards number 1. Well, they got 1 right. Let's get this.
How'd that spark plug look? Not too bad.
Let's get this straightened out. So 1, 5. 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. There we go. They had them mixed and matched. Go ahead and try it. Weird.
That rubber's not even like petrified.
Really?
No, it's
On the window?
yeah. Look at that. I can move. I can actually pick it up and lay it down. I mean, somebody look. That is not
Arizona rubber.
no. It's not a 50-year-old rubber.
All right, I poured a bunch of gas down it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, hopefully we'll foul the plugs. Still not pulling from that jerry can. Try it again. Nah. That carburetor's all jacked up.
Runs good.
Runs good. Carburetor's spitting fuel out like everywhere. Carburetor needs to be taken apart. It was just shoving it right out of here, full pressure. Just some light taps.
Obviously, it's flooding because it's choke. Well, it sure run good. All right.
Yeah.
Was it still flooding? I can't run it if it's flooding.
Slow down.
It's got oil pressure.
Leaking out the bottom. Yeah, it's leaking out the bottom. It's leaking.
All right.
You know,
Well, it sure runs good.
carburetor needs to be taken apart and freshened up. That's for sure. Let's see if the clutch works. How's it feel?
Clutch feels good. Still flooding?
No, it stopped. I mean, it's leaking out the bottom.
All right.
How does the clutch feel?
It feels like it's kind of to the top, but it doesn't feel like it's slipping. The best way to check them is to put them in second gear and try to take off and see if
it chirps and
a lot of times they won't take off in second gear if the clutches are bad.
Oh.
Now that we know the truck runs and moves, I'm going to take this carburetor off, take the top off, and see if there's any gunk in there, see why it's leaking, see if there's a broken gasket or something. These little single barrel carburetors are really, really tough, really, really durable, and they're a lot more simple to deal with than a 4-barrel. They just always seem to work.
So I have this carb apart, and it doesn't really look too bad in there. A little bit of sediment. I ran some brake clean through some of those orifices, like the jet right there, and everything's freed up. The accelerator pump's working good. It looks like somebody put a rebuild kit in it sometime, I don't know, not too long ago, because this isn't hard. This is working. The accelerator pump is working. Has a neoprene float. It looks pretty decent. The only thing I noticed was that this gasket right here is busted. But other than that, I don't know, the inside of this carburetor looks pretty good. But that gasket is broke, and I do have a kit coming. But in the meantime, we can take out that drive shaft because we got to do that carrier bearing. Got the carburetor put back on, everything bolted down, hooked up the choke, it was unhooked. So we'll see if it stopped leaking. It really didn't seem much wrong in there.
Trying to flood?
That's looking good. We'll just put some hose water in it until we know it's going to cycle and the thermostat's going to open. Then I can drain it out and put actual antifreeze in there. Hold on. Try and put some more gas in this thing.
Yeah.
Look at that, runs good.
The alternator sounds like it's humming, but it ain't showing nothing on the gauge.
Let me get a meter on it. $13.9.
Yeah.
She's charging.
That's one sweet running truck.
Look at there.
Don't pay no
fuel
attention.
leaks.
Don't pay no attention to the tailpipe.
Good running little motor, man. Run it long enough to see if this thermostat opens. It's still water right now. All right.
Must have opened up. This hose is hot.
I think it opened. Yeah, it's spitting it. Dad got the drive shaft taken apart. Took this out. This old carrier bearing is junk. Nothing left of it. Got our new one right here. It's got a brand new bearing in it. Some of these come with the rubber and no bearing. I don't know why you would not replace both. And for good measure, I'm gonna check the brakes, make sure everything's in there and looks good. It's not metal to metal. Also gonna have to jack it up because I'm gonna have to put tires on it anyway. What?
Look at that, you got your caravan.
There she is.
Yeah, look at that. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? And in other news, I don't think a guy's ever got so lucky. Every time I take things apart, I always get the short end of the stick, which is to be expected, you know, but look at this. That's a new wheel cylinder, brand new shoes. That is a new brake hose. That's exactly what I would have done to a T. Now I am going to repack these wheel bearings because I can tell there's like some new grease mixed in with old, but like there's not enough grease on this at all. I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to repack these bearings, put these bearings back together. Should be good to go there. This is saving me a lot of time. Whoever did this work, I salute you, brother, because it's saving me a lot of time.
Somebody was really taking care of this truck. It looks terrible, but somebody was really taking care of it.
The truck is like movie quality beater work truck, but somebody put a lot of new parts on it. Same thing with the other side. Brakes are new over here. Coming around to the back, they did put new shoes on the back, but the wheel cylinders are still old. I'm probably just gonna ride with those. I don't have time to fix them. The truck may make time for me to fix them on the side of the road, but as of now, I'm gonna leave them. And the hose does not look new in the back, but again, I'm just gonna take my chances with that. I'm gonna bleed the brakes and see if anything leaks. If nothing leaks, I'm running with it. I still do want to change these tires because it's a mismatched set and they're dry rotting, I can tell. See that? That's not gonna make it anywhere, especially across the country. All right, we're chugging along pretty good on this 69 Chevy. While I was greasing up the bearings and putting the hub back together, Dad was putting in the drive shaft. It's in with its brand new carrier bearing. Luckily, all of the U-joints on this had grease certs. You don't always get so lucky. Sometimes they're sealed, and once they're cooked, but I like them when they're greasable. So we greased them all up, because once you start hearing that chirp and that clunk, when you put it in gear, you're cooked. Your time is nigh. So made sure to put plenty of grease in those U-joints. They're going to be turning a lot. Dad also checked the gear oil in the diff. It was like 2 quarts low. It was very, very low. He also checked the gear oil in the tranny. It was pretty low too. How much did you put in the trans, Dad? 1.5 quarts in the transmissione. And I wasn't going to change the oil only because it looks like it has a brand new filter on it. And when I pulled the dipstick, oil looked pretty clean, but I was like, you know what, my life is kind of depending on this, so let's drop the oil. Dropped the oil and it was really thin and it smelled really gassy, but like old gas, not like new gas, smelled like old gas. And it was over full, so there was gas in there. And how that can happen is if the fuel pumps give out, if the old fuel pumps give out, they can start shooting gas into the crankcase, which is bad and dangerous. And another thing, when it was running, Dad could hear it every once in a while, like a lifter clack. You know, you'd hear like normal engine tick and then clack, 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 and then it would stop. The reason for that is probably because that oil was so thinned out by the gas, it's not enough pressure in there to keep that lifter pumped up. So that's what very low oil pressure or super thin oil can do. And plus, you don't know what they put in it. They could have put synthetic 020 in there. I mean, you don't know. I mean, you don't want that in there. You want, we put 1540 diesel oil in everything. And I did put additive in this one. I don't always put additive in it, but because I heard that little lifter clack, I went ahead and put some STP additive in there along with the 1540 diesel oil, which should be good.
The STP has ZDP in it.
Yeah, the STP's got zinc in it, which is good for these old engines, flat tappet cams and whatnot. Also, another thing that I'm glad I caught was when I was doing this, I pulled the drum off, that broken spring fell out, but I was looking in there and I couldn't find like a spring missing in there. It was like an extra spring they threw in there when they were putting it back together, and just said, hey, just throw that spring in there, let's see what happens. That could have been catastrophic too, so I'm glad that I at least took those drums apart, got that out of there, because there was, all the springs were there, it looked like to me. Here's the oil. See just the wind? You see how thin it is, like a river? Oil is supposed to be thicker than that. See how it's, well, there goes that. But also, if you dip this in oil, a lot of oil should come up on the filter, and see, it's just like real watery. That was not good. Not good at all. So we're looking in pretty good shape with this Chevy. Next step is to get tires on this thing. The tires are, well, they're old, they're dry rotted, and they're not even the same. Not even close to the same size. I mean, look at that. So Dad's gonna take these down to his place, put tires on it, while I am putting in a fuel tank, which is also thanks to Dad, because he was rooting around on Facebook, and look what he found. Somebody had a brand new tank shipped to them, and I guess he didn't want it because it was damaged in shipping. Like, you can see that it got banged up during shipping, but I don't care if it holds fuel. It doesn't bother me. It's behind the seat. What do I care? So I got to take that fuel tank out and put this one in it. This is such a good solution. I mean, this is the best possible solution, because otherwise you're going to have jerry cans and you're going to have some stupid tank in the back that's sloshing around. I mean, this is it right here.
Bomb.
Huh? Yeah.
You have a bomb in your front seat.
Yeah. So this will make it legit, and it'll make it to where I have the capacity and I don't have to keep stopping and whatever. This is the bomb.
You want the white wall out, don't you?
Oh yeah. All right, Dad's off doing the tires, and I'm going to focus in on this fuel tank. Made sure to get the right wrenches out. Just kind of put that down there for the time being. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. You can see right here the brass float. Oh, look at that. It's got a hole in it. Tube sock thing is trashed. Well, dang. Let's see if we can get this unplugged, because I can blow a little air through it, but not a lot. See it? Just barely. Got some of this mechanic wire. Yeah. See if I can bend it up a little bit and get it up deeper into the... See that? So I think I got it here. Run some brake clean through it. I just rotated between using the mechanics wire, and then I got out my fish tape. It's actually for electrical use. Kept running it through there, brake clean, and then air hose. I think it's freed up now. So that's what came out of that line right there. And this fish tape for whatever pulling wire through conduit, I use this a lot because it's kind of like sprung steel, and instead of being a circle, it's kind of like a rectangle, and it's made to bend. I use that a lot on fuel lines, and it works pretty good. So between that and that mechanics wire and the brake clean and an air hose, we got her freed up. It's not going to read on the gauge, but it'll pull fuel. All right, you guys are going to get a kick out of this. This may be some of my best work yet. So when we turned the key on, we thought that we saw the fuel gauge move like it was trying to work. So I would like it to work if it can. So Dad had a brass float out of a carburetor. So I drilled a hole through the center of this arm, put a wire through it here around the holes, and then I put a wire here to hold it right here. We're going to see if that gives us a working fuel gauge. All right, new gasket, new ring, new float. Boom, I'm getting some bolt holes lining up. Yes, sir. We're looking to be in better and better shape all the time. Got the fuel tank in, got it bolted down, got the fuel line screwed in and tight. I put a new fuel hose from there to there because it was pretty rotted and it was hard. So new hose there. Got a new hose from the truck to the fuel pump. I did blow through that to make sure that it was free and it was not plugged up. So the fuel system is pretty much done. You could put gas in it and it should suck through and should run the truck. Dad's still doing the tires right now. Go ahead and put a few gallons in it. What I'm hoping is that even though it got damaged in shipping, that it holds fuel and that whatever they did throwing it around, they didn't crack or break any of the seam welds. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything. I think it'd be pretty hard to break those seam welds, but you never know, you know. That should be enough to get the truck up and running. So where I'm going, I'm definitely going to need a heater. So I'm going to try and see if I can make this one work. I also need a battery that fits this tray. This is unplugged for some reason. Oh, power. Yeah, that's probably why. All right, let's see if we can do something about that. Would you look at that? Just needed a little Marvel Mixture Oil. Yeah, all you do is just drill a little hole in the back, squirt some Marvel in that hole, and 9 times out of 10, man, they quit squeaking. All right, Dad got the tires done, mounted, balanced. We just got the tires put on. We're looking pretty good. I'm about to set the truck down and back it out, let it run, pull from the tank, I am going to get a new fuel pump for this because I don't know if the fuel pump was leaking before and they put a new one on it and never dropped the oil, or if that one is shoving oil into the crankcase. I don't know. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. But I'm getting another fuel pump just in case, because I don't know if I trust that. We'll finish tightening up these lug nuts by hand, and then should be able to run and drive under its own power. Let's see if this thing starts. So interestingly enough, both of the wiper arms were in the cab of the truck. Both of them have smoked rubbers on the blades. And they did used to sell refills, but they don't sell refills anymore. You can actually take the rubber out, but they sell the arms. They're called Trico Classics. They sell them at O'Reilly. So it's this, usually, you know, the new cars have like those plastic clip-in blades. These ones have like those old stainless aluminum blades. And here they are, brand new rubber and an aluminum blade, and they do exist and they do sell them still, which is kind of neat. They kind of clip in almost like a new car would. If I can figure this out. There we go. There it is, just clips on. Just like that. Throw these away and put these ones on. I don't know if it's going to rain where I'm going, but it rains more in other parts of the country than it does here, so I might as well be prepared. I have thrown Rain-X on the windshield in a pinch, and Rain-X does work pretty well for getting water off a windshield so you can see without wipers, but if these wipers, the wiper motor worked right out of the box, so I mean, it'd be a shame not to put wipers on it. Let's see what happens. All right. Turn them off. They go back down to where they should. Looks like we only have one speed though, so there's click 1, click 2. Oh, no, it is working. It's moving a little faster, not big difference. Off. All right, they go back to where they should. I'm happy with that. Before I head out, I would like to see if I can make a piece of glass for this. This is the only window that's not there. Brand new glass. So the truck is ready as it'll ever be. See you guys in a few days. See this one. See you in a few days. Oh. Yeah. See you for Thanksgiving. Pull the choke a little bit. All right, I'll see you in a few weeks.
Keep in touch, brother.
Oh well. All right, we're pulling out of the yard. About to go across the USA in a Chevrolet. So the plan right now is to make it as far as we can today, but we're gonna go through New Mexico and we're gonna hit Texas. I'm supposed to hopefully stay with some extended family in Texas, make our way up through Missouri and Illinois, stay with some family in Illinois, make my way through Ohio and Pennsylvania, and end up in Philadelphia at Chris from No Nonsense No How's joint, and then get picked up by Emily's brother to make our way up a couple of hours north to my in-laws' place to have Thanksgiving. That's the idea, if we make it. But I have to make it because Thanksgiving is, a few days away, and whatever happens to this truck, I can't miss it. Sitting at this stoplight here, we got no speedometer. My fuel gauge trick didn't work. The gauge works, the sender is bad. The amp meter does not work, although I know it's charging. Temp works, and oil pressure. That's the only gauges we got, and a spider web. Here comes the Triple T. That's the landmark. That's how you know whether you're coming or going. And today I'm going. We'll catch you on the flip side, Mr. T. I gotta make it across this vast and great nation. Oh, look at that. That didn't take very long at all now, did it? Good thing we got those working. I knew they'd come in handy. So we made it to Wilcox. That's about 100 miles. I just stopped at this marathon station. We're gonna put some fuel in it, which is what we're doing right now. We'll see how much it, 4.8. Really? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. 95 miles divided by 5.2, that's about 18 miles to the gallon. That is a best case scenario. Maybe these old sixes are pretty thrifty. Nice. I like that. I'm curious to see what I get in New Mexico. You always get a little better in New Mexico. All right, so me and the '69 Chevy stopped in Deming, New Mexico.
I was going to stop in Lordsburg, but I accidentally passed it, so we went another 60 miles. But we hit up a Blake's Burger. I like getting Blake's. It's a New Mexico original, and their food is really good, actually. Their seasoned fries, killer. I called Dad and told him when I filled up that I was getting 18 miles to the gallon, and he didn't believe me. So when we're done eating, I'm going to hit a gas station, fill it up again, and we'll see if it's, 18 or what. But yeah, that's pretty high for an old 69 Chevy. That's just really good if I can maintain that. I was estimating 13, so it's doing great. At 220 miles in, it's doing really good. All right. Hose seems a hair bit stiff, but it's not overheating, I don't think. Yeah, it's not bad, not overheating. The belt smells like crap, gosh. The belt's a little old, little cracky, but oh well. Let's see here. I think we have a small drip from the heater core. It's not real big. Probably going to ignore it for now because I want that heater more than I care about that drip. What was I going to check? Oh, the oil. Yeah. Full mark. Smells like oil. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm wanting to keep up on this oil level. One, because that's the life of your engine, but two, remember how there was a lot of oil in the gas. I want to make sure that this fuel pump isn't pushing oil into the crankcase, and it doesn't look like it is, and it doesn't look like we're losing oil, dripping it or consuming it. It's the same mark it was when I left 220 miles ago. Brake fluid. Just pop this off real quick. All right, we're good on brake fluid. Truck is doing good. I'm happy with it so far. Let's go get some fuel, see what the mileage is. So we went 137 miles, took 8.7 gallons. My calculation is 15.8 miles to the gallon. Still really good. I thought worst 10, best 13. So almost 16. I'm happy with that. Back on the open road we go. Make sure we're out of gear. All right, we're on 10 East. On our way to Texas. We successfully made it to the Budget Inn in Pecos, Texas. 530 some miles. Truck is doing really, really good. Haven't had any major problems out of it at all. It's about 10 o'clock at night, so I'm gonna hit the hay, be up bright and early to make our way to Dallas. Well, good morning, guys. It's the start of day 2. About to check some of the fluids on this truck and make sure everything is good to go. It's 62 degrees out and cloudy. Perfect day. Feels great outside. Thought it was going to be a little colder, but I'm glad it's not, because I'm sure it's going to get colder where we're headed. Still got to grab a bite to eat. They don't have a continental breakfast here. We'll hit the road. Water is a hair bit low, and it's black. I think it's just like tar. brought a little bit of distilled with me. It's probably good. As it heats up, it'll expand. Needs a flush. Smells bad. It's right in between the full and add mark. We'll put a little bit of oil in it. $14.5 is charging. Oh, it's a hair bit high, but it's charging. On the way out of town, I decided to grab some breakfast at a place called La Bodega. I got a breakfast burrito on suggestion from the guy who was running the hotel last night. Said it was a great local place to eat, and he was 100% correct. If you're ever in Pecos, get La Bodega. Texas, we just filled up, took 9.5 gallons. I'll have to calculate that fuel mileage, but that's not what's important right now. What's important right now is we are leaking water profusely. Looks like our lower hose sprung a leak. Not good. Let's pull off to the side somewhere. Yeah, we got this coming out everywhere. Luckily, I brought a couple of things. One of them was a hose. It's a lifesaver. This is too small. And luckily, what's in this radiator is just water. It's not a bunch of antifreeze. It's just, it'll evaporate. Right there. This hose they sold me is the wrong size. Let's see what I can do to get this to fit. All right, I think I got it on there. I had this end down here, so I flipped it around to try and make it fit on easier. I don't want to wrench on that neck too hard. If you wrench on that neck and break it, now you're out of radiator. So I think I got it on there. I think I got it tight. So we'll put water in it and run it. See what happens.
looks like we're getting some flow. I don't see it leaking, we may be good. I think it had a little air pocket, now it's way down. Put some more water in it. I knew it didn't take enough. This is what's in it. It's nasty. All right, I filled my jugs back up with water in case I need more water, and filled up with gas. Pecos is 168 miles, and it took 10 gallons, so that's 16.8 miles to the gallon. Truck's doing real good on fuel. I don't even know where we're at right now. I don't even think this is a town. I just stopped because I thought I needed gas. But we still have a ways to Dallas, to my extended family in-laws. Man, I'm sure glad I stopped for gas and caught that spray. If we would have sprayed all our water out, and I was watching the temp gauge, you know, but that stuff happens fast when it happens. Here's the 20 East on-ramp. It's real short. Golly. Here we go. Woo! All right, pedal to the metal. It's been really rainy. I've had to get my rags out and wipe the windshield because they're fogging up. I stopped by a gas station and I got Dad one of these Stuckey's pecan logs. My dad's found pecan logs close to it, but never like a real Stuckey's one since he was, you know, a kid. So I got him a Stuckey's log. I've never seen one in person, but anyway, about 100 miles from Dallas. Truck's holding water. Everything's looking good. Sometimes I forget to mention it. It would really help me out if you pick yourself up a t-shirt from Theetravisb.com. I got 3 different designs, and everybody that's got them loves them. Your support helps with hotels, gas, parts, radiator hoses. Thank you to everybody who's bought a shirt, and if you're thinking about picking one up, I would very much appreciate it if you did. It's the holiday season. Made it to Dallas-Fort Worth area. Let me tell you, it was stressful. Getting in, when you get into the Fort Worth area, the interchanges and the highways, it was a lot. And there's no median to pull off or a shoulder. So if you break down, you are in the middle of traffic, and it was raining, the window was foggy, had a hard time seeing. I had both hands on the wheel and I was looking over the steering wheel like an 80-year-old woman. Seriously. It was nerve-wracking to say the least, but I got here safe and sound. It's been raining a lot. I'm really glad that we fixed those wipers. I mean, it seems like such an afterthought. Putting those wiper blades on has saved my life. So I'm gonna hit the hay, get some sleep, hang out with some of my extended family, eat some dinner, and we'll get up bright and early tomorrow morning, check the truck out, and keep heading east. All right, good morning, guys. Today looks a lot better than it did last night. It's sunny, weather's perfect. Feels good right now, it's not rainy. You know the drill. Let's check some of the vitals on this truck. I have not checked the transmission or the differential since I headed out of Tucson. Want to make sure that those are okay, and we'll hit the road. I gotta be honest, I'm not looking forward to busting out of this Dallas Metroplex area. I'm telling you, if you haven't drove through the Dallas area, like, it's a nightmare. Especially driving something like this. Just look at this thing. It's nerve-wracking, man. You're on edge a little bit. Looking good there. Check the oil. It's a little bit past the full mark, which is probably on par because I did put quite a bit of oil in there when I put some in it. Good on brake fluid, so we're not leaking anywhere. Yep, we're good. It's got plenty in it. What the heck? Yeah. We're good. We're golden. Right now we are in the thick of it. We are in the middle of Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area. We are headed out of town. Traffic is not too bad. I just hope and pray that this engine keeps me rolling on out of here. Look at the traffic over there. Backed up for miles. They're at a standstill, parking lot mode. Look at how far back it goes. This place is crazy. Stopped here at this rest area, had to use the restroom, and checking out the truck, and we got a pretty good leak right here. That puddle is formed just since I went to the bathroom, probably in like 5 minutes or something. Not sure where that's coming from. It's pretty bad. Bet you that's a rear main. I'm gonna take this cover off, see what it looks like in there. If you look up in there, it's pretty oily. Still at the full mark, so it's knocking at our door. But oil leaks on the ground always look worse than what they are. Not to say you shouldn't worry about that, but that probably is a rear main. which is not good. That's an unfixable leak. Best thing I can do is monitor the oil level, maybe go by an auto parts store, wherever the closest one is. I don't even know where I'm at. Maybe get some engine stop leaks, some motor honey, put it in there and see if we can slow that leak down and keep pouring oil in it. Just monitor it. Yeah, I called Dad about it and he said, yeah, it probably is a rear main. And Sulphur Springs is like 15 minutes up the highway. I'm probably going to stop at an AutoZone, buy more oil and some, I think they sell actual like rear main seal motor honey. So I'm going to get some additive to put in it. Hopefully we'll keep that rear main seal at bay or slow it down or stop it or something and just keep adding oil. Got us some bars leak, rear main seal repair. Cam seal, rear main, other hard to stop leaks. See what that does. I also picked up another gallon of 1540. I still have some left, but just picked up some extra in case this leak continues on or gets worse or whatever. So yeah, nothing left to do but just eat some more miles. It's about 8:30 at night now. Made it a little over 500 miles. I'm like 30 miles north of Memphis, Tennessee. I don't even know what town I'm in. I don't think it is a town. I just stopped to get some gas and get some food. It's getting kind of late. But I've been looking at this leak and it may not be the rear main. See how there's oil going all the way down the side of the engine, coming right up to the valve cover? We may have just a hard valve cover gasket or loose bolts, so I'm gonna try tightening those bolts, not too crazy, but just seeing if they're loose, and maybe we can slow that leak down. You can see it's kind of wet all around here, but the other side is way worse. I think that's a 3/8. Yeah, they're not very tight. Usually on valve covers, it's like the tightness of a wrist. Not real tight. Yeah, these are all pretty loose. Yeah, that one's literally like actually finger loose. Yeah, that one's loose too. I think that's good enough. Check the oil. Oil level was good. I think I'm gonna shut the hood, go over here to Cielito Lindo, have some Mexican food. I love fast food as much as the next guy, but sometimes you got to get off the beaten path, get a little local flavor. Looks like there's cars there, that means it must be good. Scoot across the street here. Nothing like a steak quesadilla smothered in cheese with rice at 9:30 at night. I even got leftovers. So now we got to hit the open road and make another 200 miles. Well, good morning guys, or should I say early afternoon. I'm getting a pretty late start to the day today. It's like noon already. Usually I like to hit the road a lot earlier, but you know, hanging out with family. It's Thanksgiving time, you gotta hang out with family. So I hung out with my aunt and the rest of my family, cousins and their kids and stuff. So thank you, Janice, for feeding me. It was fun. Checked the fluids already. I think you guys have seen me do that enough times. The oil is still good. I haven't had to add oil. And I added some water. It maybe didn't even need it, but I just put some in it anyway. It may be looking a little lower because it's colder now, you know, and the level goes down. I do know that my driver front tire is hissing air a little bit. I drove through some water yesterday. I went to a rest stop and my tires were still wet and I could hear like bubbling water, like hissing. I heard that and it was on the driver's tire, but it's not leaking air profusely, like not enough to like make the tire go down. So I do have this spare if I really need it, but I'm not even really sure about the integrity of that tire. But I don't want to spend the time to get that front tire replaced because I gotta hit the road. It's already midday. I still have 800 miles to go to Philadelphia. I'm not gonna make that today. I'm hoping to get at least halfway there. So at least 400 miles, but 500 miles is my target for today, and then we can make the 300 and some mile journey to Philadelphia to Chris from No Nonsense No House Place. So it's 54 degrees right now, and let's see, I got my heater on. I had it on last night. My wipers on too. I had everything on. This whole truck rocking and rolling. Do a little bit of choke action. Oop. Let's put it in neutral, buddy. Look at that. This is just a good truck, man. Can't beat a Chevrolet. I'll hit a gas station real quick, and then we'll be on our merry way. This town right here, Mount Vernon, is where my mom and dad grew up. It's where my grandparents were. Sleepy town, small town. Maybe, I don't know, 13,000, 15,000 people live here, something like that. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky right now. Made it about 200 miles, stopped to get some fuel. It looks like the leak from right under the engine, the possible rear main seal leak has slowed down, maybe? But we have a water leak. See how it's wet in that pulley? The water pump's starting to leak. See it coming down. Check out this pink limo. Don't see a lot of limousines anymore. It's kind of cool. They used to be all black. Now I guess they make them in pink. And Charger. It's a Charger limo. Usually it's like a Ford something or other. It's kind of interesting. Well, I popped into this AutoZone, try and find myself some stop leak. I've heard good stuff about this K-Seal. Small but mighty, right? It's in a pretty small container, but what do we got to lose? We got like 600 and some miles out of 2,500 miles to go. So if I don't have to do that water pump right now, I'm gonna try and skate it out. Pretty much in the heart of Cincinnati right now, trying to make it to the other side of town. I'd like to eat at a Waffle House, but I don't think I'm gonna find one in the middle of the city. Found one. We're on the other side of Cincinnati right now, about to eat. I don't see any water under it right now. We'll see what it looks like when I come out. All right, we'll release some pressure. Yeah, we'll see what it's like when I come back out. Just got done eating. That was a delicious meal. That was so needed. Absolutely love Waffle House. Oh my gosh. There's no water. It's friggin' dry. What? That's crazy. That or we're out of water. It's full. Dude, can't believe that worked. Once a front shaft seal on a water pump goes out, you're pretty well done. It's noticeably getting colder outside. Doing pretty good on oil. Good morning, guys. I landed in St. Clairsville, Ohio, which is not too far from the Pennsylvania border. It's noticeably colder now. It's about 40 degrees. It got down to like 35 last night. This is the coldest weather for sure that I've had yet, and it's going to stay this way. I'm definitely north, and we're going even more northeast, so it's going to stay about this weather the whole time. But as far as the truck goes, just a little bit of water right there, but I don't see any oil at all. That motor honey must have worked, and that K-Seal must have done something, because it for sure slowed that leak down. It was dripping like pretty consistently, and now it's almost not dripping at all. So I think we're good. I think we're in the clear there. I'm happy with that. K-Seal works. I did check the water and the oil. It needed, I don't know, a half a quart of oil and a tiny bit of water. Probably didn't even need the amount of water I put in it. So truck is looking good. So we got about 350 miles left. If nothing gives out on us, I'll pick up some gas on the way out and hit the highway again. See how well it starts up. Look at that. I didn't even use any choke either. almost to Philadelphia. I'm about 10, 12 miles from Chris's house, and I think the truck is gonna make it. It's been super reliable so far, and I think my tensions are starting to relax. We're very, very close. We're like right there. So I'll let you guys know when I get to Chris's place. We're coming up on it. What's going on, man?
Howdy.
Dude, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
I think when's the last time we saw each other?
I tell you, it's been over a year, right? So
It's been a while.
Yeah, almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
I didn't make it to the last duct tape drags, but yeah, I got to make it next year. What's the plan with this?
Well, I just drove it across the country to make it in time for Thanksgiving, and I think I am going to make it now.
All right. Is that the original green under there?
That may be. I don't know what color this was originally.
So you mentioned you might need to do some wrenching. You need anything fixed before putting it up for sale? Or?
I need to put antifreeze in it.
Okay.
Because it's full of water, and I know it gets cold here, so I bought a couple of gallons of concentrate.
Well, I got nothing but the best here. Hashtag sponsored Peak. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not sponsored by them, but all the other,
Look at that.
all the big guys out there, right? I did get some of that a while back for free, though. You're welcome to a gallon of it
Cool.
if
I
you'd like.
appreciate that. I don't want the block to freeze. I mean, it just made it 2,500 miles. I mean, it's a heck of a truck. I mean, it's just tough as nails. I wouldn't want the block to crack or anything, so I want to definitely put some antifreeze in it. So yeah, so old 250 made it the whole way across the entire United States.
How about that? No vapor lock or nothing?
No, it did the whole thing.
It's good. Oh, yeah, that's pretty muddy in there, huh?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. You think it needs a head gasket?
No, I don't know. I mean, it didn't eat it started leaking coolant, but I don't think it's eating it.
Gotcha. Man, this hood is like a orchestra. It's like a choir. You hear this thing?
Yeah, the acoustics are crazy.
Yeah, the acoustics. That's the word I was looking for. The heat works, I assume, too?
Yeah, I barely made the heat work right before I left. Yeah, you got to stab it down in
you
there
really
a little
got to
bit.
jam that
And
baby
you can
in.
see that the stick is bent a little from people slamming it down in there.
No battery bolt or nothing on there. Just drop it.
It's just
good to go. You weren't worried about hitting a pothole and this popping off? I mean, it would have kept going anyway, right?
I never really thought about it. I should have. I didn't. Yeah, like halfway through, the water pump started leaking, and that K-seal.
You know,
dude,
who put that V-belt on?
Who put it on?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's really tight. I wonder if that's why the water pump started leaking. That's really tight for a V-belt.
I never changed the belt. I just rode it like that.
You think this is like a restoration worthy, or is this?
I think honestly, the best thing for someone to do is drive it like this. I think so many of the panels are dented. I mean, you could restore it if you really wanted to, but it's such like the perfect movie beater truck. Like it's got Bondo in the fender. It's like
it's holding on good too. That's
dented
nice.
up everywhere, but it's not rotted out. And it runs and drives and stops so good. I just think somebody should drive it. Like, and look at the bed though. Like, look at the wood. Like, it's totally usable, which is insane that the wood is even like that.
Yeah, no, it's just a turnkey, ready to go, stylish truck. Could be your new truck, whoever's watching, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's rust-free compared to all the other ones around here. So, yeah, you don't see too many of these that aren't rotting into the ground.
I think a lot of people here would take dents over, well, rotted out. I mean,
Dents all day. I just sold a dump trailer the other day, and it was all dented and hammered up, bent this, bent that. The guy's trying to beat me down on the price, but it was it was galvanized, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, it's galvanized. Like, you don't find galvanized dump trailers anywhere. Like, if you buy one of the regular ones, you might get a straighter panels. But anyway, I sold him on the galvanization, and he bought it. He's like, yeah, I guess I would take dents over rust. All right, and sealed the deal.
it's true.
You got 8mm?
I got a screwdriver.
Oh, you got one?
Start the engine.
Yeah.
That sucks. That happened.
Look at that.
It's not Sorry, I came last night with tie through. That's what I look like at the end of the night.
Alright, just put this on. I'm thinking it's going to take more. There's an air bubble in there. I think there's a little bit of an air pocket. Once that thermostat opened, it took it down quite a bit, so we'll put more in it, and we should be good. All right, this is my brother-in-law riding a three-wheeler. Did he say he'd ever rode one?
He's never ridden an ATV or a three-wheeler. It's his first time on a three-wheeler. See if he makes it back in one piece.
Hey, look at Peter go. He's having the time of his life.
Yeah.
Do another round. There it is.
Good old Honda ATC 200. Can't beat him.
I think.
You've ridden one or no?
Oh man, no, I haven't ridden one.
Yeah, give her a ride. Everybody's got to ride a three-wheeler in their life. All-terrain cycling. Wow. All right, well, Peter. The ATC 200M is happy. Getting a little love, a little action. Gotta pull him out and ride him, you know?
Look at these ones. Well, everyone made it in time for Thanksgiving. And this is almost kind of symbolic, us sitting here, because last year I released a video on Thanksgiving Day and we did a gender reveal at the end of the video. Emily was pregnant last year with Novely, and that's when we found out she was a girl. But now she's here. Now she's here a full exact year later. She's 7 months and some change old. And she's a happy baby.
She's a happy girl.
Yeah.
Her first Thanksgiving. Isn't that right? You gonna have some turkey?
She's got her Thanksgiving fit on, her little black shoes, little bow on the head.
Always. You ready to have some turkey? Go, go, go.
She's a happy baby. She's a good baby. She likes bouncing.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Shoes in the mouth are more important.
Always. Glad you made it here safe and intact.
And I hope everybody has a great time with their families. This is the time for visiting family. This is good times.
Family and loved ones.
And I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
And we will see you guys very soon
Merry
in the next one.